Don't mirror the negativity. Shine through it. Learn English with inspiration. Hey there, language learners. Welcome back to my channel. Ready to supercharge your English speaking skills? Here's a secret. Listening to English stories is one of the easiest and most exciting ways to learn. With every story you hear, your vocabulary grows, your pronunciation improves, and your confidence takes flight. You don't just hear the words, you feel them. And the best part? You'll soon find yourself speaking English more naturally, without even thinking. So don't wait for the perfect moment to speak. Create it. Speak with courage. Make mistakes. Learn. Shine. Now, let's dive into a powerful story. A young waiter's inspiring path from silence to strength, showing us all that you don't have to mirror negativity. You can rise above and reflect light instead. The waiter's smile. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon in the heart of the city. The streets were wet, umbrellas clashed, and cars honked impatiently. Inside a cozy, family-run restaurant called the Olive Table, the mood was calm and warm. The smell of fresh bread and basil filled the air, and soft instrumental music played in the background. Among the staff was a young waiter named Arjun. In his mid-20s, Arjun was known for his radiant smile, gentle voice, and the way he treated every customer like a guest in his own home. He had only been working at the Olive Table for 6 months, but he had already become a favorite among the regulars. He wasn't the fastest waiter, nor the most experienced, but his attitude was gold. No matter how rushed the day or rude the customer, Arjun never lost his composure. He believed in the power of kindness, and that every interaction was a choice, a chance to uplift or tear down. That afternoon, as Arjun was setting up table 7 by the window, the door burst open with the sound of a bell. A well-dressed, elderly man stepped in, shaking the rain off his coat and scowling at the puddle it left behind. He walked in briskly and said sharply to no one in particular, "Is this how you welcome customers? Soaked and ignored?" Arjun immediately approached with a smile and said, "Good afternoon, sir. Let me take your coat. Please have a seat. Can I offer you some hot tea or coffee to warm up?" The man grunted, clearly unimpressed, and muttered, "I'll decide after looking at your so-called menu." Arjun handed him the menu and quietly stepped away. Nearby, a couple dining at table 6 raised their eyebrows, having overheard the exchange. They had seen Arjun handle all sorts of customers, but this one seemed unusually bitter. Over the next 20 minutes, the man complained about nearly everything. The water wasn't cold enough. The table was too close to the window. The music was annoyingly peaceful. The bread was too soft, and then, minutes later, too hard. Each time, Arjun responded calmly, offering apologies or quick solutions. Not once did he show irritation. His smile remained intact, though not forced. It was genuine. Then, as Arjun served the main course, a beautifully plated bowl of tomato basil pasta, the man snapped, "Did you even wash your hands before serving this? These restaurants hire just anyone these days." Useless. The room went quiet for a moment. A few customers looked over in disbelief. Even the kitchen staff peeked out from the back. Arjun paused for a heartbeat. He could feel the heat of the words, the sharp sting of the insult. But then he bowed slightly and replied in a soft, steady voice, "I assure you, sir, everything here is clean and prepared with care. But I'm sorry if I've done something to upset you. Let me know if I can bring you anything else." He walked away calmly, head high, smile unshaken. After the man finished eating, which he did completely, he paid the bill with exact change, stood up, and walked out without saying a word. The silence he left behind was quickly replaced by murmurs at nearby tables. At table 6, one of the diners, a middle-aged woman, called Arjun over. "How do you do it?" she asked, curious and slightly amazed. "That man was awful to you." He stayed calm, even smiled. "What?" Arjun leaned on the chair beside them and said quietly, "I used to get upset. I take things personally. Then one day, someone said something to me that changed everything." The couple leaned in. They said, "If someone hands you a gift and you don't accept it, who does it belong to?" I said, "The giver." And they replied, "Exactly. Anger is the same. If I don't accept someone's anger or hatred, it stays with them. He smiled, deeper this time. Not the polite waiter smile, but the peaceful smile of someone who had learned through struggle. That man was probably having a hard day, or a hard life. I don't know his story, but I know mine. And I know that if I respond with anger, I become a reflection of his pain. But if I respond with kindness, I stay true to who I am. The couple stared at him, humbled. The woman touched his arm and said, "You've just given us more than lunch today. Thank you." 2 weeks later, on another rainy afternoon, the door of the olive table opened again. It was the same man. He walked in slowly, less rigid, and looked around. When he saw Arjun, he paused, then approached him. This time, his voice was different. "Young man, I owe you an apology." Arjun looked surprised, but nodded gently. "I was angry. Not at you, just life. My wife passed away recently. We used to eat here every Tuesday. That day was the first time I came without her." His voice cracked. The other tables fell silent again, this time out of respect. He continued, "I was bitter. I wanted to hurt someone. You didn't deserve it. But you responded with such grace. I went home and cried, not because of grief, but because I saw in you the kindness I had lost in myself." He took a deep breath and added, "Thank you for reminding me who I used to be." Arjun smiled once more, and this time, both of them shared it. Arjun's story teaches us that staying kind, even when it's hard, is a quiet kind of strength. It's not weakness. It's not surrender. It's control over yourself, your emotions, and the energy you bring into the world. Because sometimes a simple smile can save more than just a moment. It can awaken a heart. Life will inevitably bring you face to face with difficult people and painful situations, some planned, others unexpected. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can control how you respond. Your attitude is your greatest source of power. In every challenge, you are given a choice to respond with bitterness, anger, or resentment, or to rise above it with grace, understanding, and strength. While it's easy to mirror someone else's negativity, it takes true courage and maturity to be a mirror of peace. Choosing grace doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are wise enough to protect your energy and strong enough to lead by example. Did this story spark something inside you? Did it make you pause, reflect, and choose a better response to life's challenges? If yes, congratulations. You've just taken your first courageous step toward a stronger, brighter version of yourself. Choosing peace over reaction, strength over struggle. That's where true transformation begins. Now don't stop here. Read this story again and again. Let the words become familiar friends. Let the vocabulary soak into your memory. Let the message become a habit in how you think, speak, and live. Because every time you practice, every time you repeat, you're not just learning English, you're becoming unstoppable. If this video inspired you or helped you grow, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this with a friend who needs a little motivation today. And don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting stories and powerful English learning boosts. Let's grow together. One story, one step, one word at a time. Thanks for tuning in. Keep shining and keep speaking confidently.